Up next, it's the rematch we've all been waiting for. And speaking of episode 500, who will walk in as United TV champion?
How about we find out next?
It's time for the Dave & Buster's Match of the Week. Watch WWE Survivor Series at Dave & Buster's tomorrow night. It's free, plus you'll get a free game card. Let's head back to ringside.
Main event, United Television title on the line, heated rivalry, and here to set the stage, as only he could do, Adnan Qureshi. Oh boy, might dispense with the pleasantries here.
There's some tension inside of that ring.
All right, referee backing up the challenger here so that we can get this thing kicked off in an official way. Take it away, Adnan.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the United Television Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. From Buffalo, New York, weighing in at 206 pounds, Dan Joseph.
I'm getting that back now. I'm coming. I'm waiting. You do your stuff. I'm going to win that.
And introducing the champion, being accompanied to the ring by Howdy Price. From Richmond, California, weighing in at 210 3/4 pounds, he is the United Television Champion, Timeless Levi Shapiro.
Now Howdy Price likes what he sees. There he is, shameless Levi Shapiro, putting the title on the line. I'm sure he wouldn't if he didn't have to. How many times did Dan Joseph give Shapiro shot after shot at the title?
Dan Joseph, he's even said it himself, he granted Levi Shapiro rematch after rematch after rematch, and he never backed down. But you can see it's a different energy in Dan Joseph. Such focus. Usually he's very, very loud, very excited, but he is coming in hot.
Yeah, and Blake, you mentioned that as well. How is the mentality different when you come in as a challenger versus being the incumbent champion?
You know, I'm not sure this is the average challenger versus champion, because I think the challenger still kind of feels like he is the champion. He didn't really lose that match. If anything, he should have gotten the pinfall.
Oh, yeah, he had him down after the long way down for 8 or 9 seconds. You know, referee out of position, not seeing it. Here we go.
What I will say, though, is you can tell that there's a much different Dan Joseph in the ring right now. He's not as playing, fun, and energetic. He's coming in, he's serious, and he's looking like he wants to get his hands on Levi Shapiro. And Levi does not want to wrap up with him.
And you can see Dan even patting the hand of Levi Shapiro, probably checking to see if it's loaded or not.
I would like to see Dan Joseph try and calm down a little right here. We see the frustration on his face, but he cannot get overly aggressive and do something stupid, particularly jumping outside the ring and potentially get a 2-on-1 by Howdy Price.
That's an excellent point. But at the same time, I don't think you want to waste too much time in there with the champion, because you don't want to open that door of possibility for that glove to get loaded, for Howdy Price to become a factor. I think Dan Joseph needs to go primetime live style here and try and put him away in the early going. Champion sends him in, nobody home. And the difference here, too, guys, the challenger saying it's a wrestling match. The difference here, too, guys, you have to keep in mind is now the championship advantage is on the side of Levi Shapiro. He can get himself counted out. He can get himself disqualified and hold on to the gold. And don't think that they don't know it.
I think this is all a ploy by Levi and Howdy to get Dan Joseph out of his game plan, to frustrate him and make him do something stupid. And I hope Dan doesn't do it, because I would love to see that title get wrapped around his waist again.
Dan Joseph, you can tell that it's just been eating away at him since he lost that title to Levi Shapiro in such a controversial fashion as well.
We saw him have a moment with the title, and the referee brought it over to him at the beginning of the matchup. He definitely wants that belt back.
Dan Joseph again asking the champion, still bizarre to say that. Are you ready now? Can we do this? Can we have a wrestling match? And again, look at this, heading for the sidelines. Just stalling tactics here in a big way, guys. This is ridiculous.
Dan Joseph has to be careful not to manhandle
look
him.
at
Oh
him!
my gosh!
Incoming crossbody by the challenger, and now he's all over. Timeless Levi Shapiro.
I'm worried about Dan Joseph manhandling the official. He's going right to town on Levi Shapiro, choking him out with the towel from Howdy Price.
You're right, though, Blake. The challenger better be careful. He's flirting with disaster. You don't want to get counted out. You don't want to get disqualified. rolls in to break the count and keeping the full court press here. It's all Dan Joseph in the early going.
This has not been a professional wrestling match. This has been a fist fight. He's doing damage right now.
Well, Dan Joseph finally being able to get his hands on Levi Shapiro, who's been rolling out of the ring and trying to keep his distance the whole time. He's making it count.
Introducing him to the apron there after some bone-jarring knees to the ribs. Double axe handle. Dan Joseph absolutely measured him with that shot right on the spine, Blake.
I don't blame him. He's angry. He's not happy about all the chance he gave Levi Shapiro just to get done the way that he did in that last matchup.
Dan Joseph is completely incensed and obsessed here, guys, with that, getting that championship back.
Dan Joseph, like a man possessed, just shoving the title into the face of Levi Shapiro.
Breaks the plane again, guys, just enough to stay on top of the champion, but more of this title matchup has happened on the outside than the inside. Hits the post hard and heavy.
I'm liking Dan letting the psycho out, man. He's getting a little crazy. He's doing damage to Levi, and he's looking like he's going to win back this championship title.
But he hasn't lost himself completely, still keeping an awareness of the referee's count, rolling back in to break it when he needs to, and now firmly back inside the ring, which is the only place he can win this title back.
That's right. Trying to bring him back in the hard way now is Dan Joseph, looking maybe for a vertical suplex, springboards him in. What power! Dynamic suplex into the cover, trying to make history, trying to regain the gold. Not yet.
You can bring him in the easy way or you can bring him in the hard way, and Dan Joseph opted to bring Levi back into the ring the hard way.
Yeah, made him pay the price as well. And now we'll send him to the outside. Your thoughts on this, Blake?
I was hoping to see him put him in the corner, do some more damage, or a place where he can't move around and escape, where Dan Joseph can just pound on him. Outside the ring, he cannot win this match.
Can't win the match, and you got a lot of factors out there, including the rotund one there, Howdy Price.
Howdy Price is going to do everything in his power to bring it back to the Price Check Ranch.
Back inside the ring, challenger looking to put him away. Not yet. This championship main event continues right after this.
You have to put good things in to get great barbecue out, and no one in Memphis takes more care than Tops. Our master cooks grill the old-fashioned way, slow, with constant attention in an open pit. See, that's real hickory smoke for even more flavor. From shoulder to ribs or brisket to one of our world-famous burgers. You'll love Tops because we do it right. Real barbecue always has been and always will be. Tops, come get you some barbecue.
Catch a brand new STS pod each and every week, multiple times per week too.
Listen to BT and his friends talk pro wrestling, and we all know BT loves his mama.
Yeah, he does. Listen at www.stspod.club.
What is it? Bangin'.
This is what I call a bangin' burger.
The chilies with the onions and the queso. Boom.
Queso knows where it's supposed to be, where it belongs. Queso burger.
Our next free watch party at Dave & Buster's is WWE Survivor Series. Join us Sunday, November 22nd. It's free. Plus, you'll get a free game card. Dave & Buster's Wolf Chase.
Championship Wrestling is presented by Pro Shingle, a professional roofing company.
Welcome back, everyone, to Championship Wrestling. The United Television title on the line. Two bitter rivals going toe-to-toe, and the champion is getting rocked by the challenger.
Dan Joseph has been so fired up this entire match, and now rolling over, hooking the legs to bring back the title. No!
Man, he had both those legs hooked, and he had Levi rolled up. I thought he might have been getting that 3 count.
Dan Joseph!
Dan Joseph's had a couple close calls to put him away. That springing vertical suplex earlier. Now the high impact, high intensity. And look out here, big swinging slam. Deposits the champ right in the center of the ring, dead to rights, and drops the elbow as well. And again, high elevation elbow drop. The challenger on top of his game.
Don't get distracted, wow. Dan. Don't get distracted.
Well, how do you not get distracted when you get tripped up?
Wow, Howdy Price now getting beaten with his own hat, but now a drop kick from Levi Shapiro.
I wish Howdy Price would roll out of here like a tumbleweed into the cover. And a close call the other way now. And talk about aggression, guys.
That dangerous vice-like grip of Levi Shapiro. Kind of wrenched the head off of Dan Joseph.
As bad as Dan Joseph wants to regain the title, that's exactly how bad the champion wants to hold on. Float over after the suplex. Count of 2. What a match. United Television title hanging in the balance. 2 great competitive rivals. And oh, you got to watch out. So many little dirty tricks. A little bit of a fish hook there. Rearranging the face.
Dan Joseph was starting to really do some damage to Levi Shapiro, and he allowed himself to get distracted just for a split second by Howdy Price. And my, the tides have turned since then.
Which we got to imagine that's Howdy's MO. You get the former champion distracted enough, and Levi Shapiro can capitalize in however way he deems necessary.
This is what I was talking about, getting overly emotional. We saw Dan Joseph frustrated, angry at the beginning of the match. Then when Howdy grabbed his leg, he turned around and let it out on Howdy, and it's now put him in a bad position.
Well, and you got to wonder, I mean, their most recent, matchup in which Levi Shapiro made history, a day that will live in infamy on Championship Wrestling, was around 5 weeks ago. And Dan Joseph, you remember, he hit the corner so hard a couple times, took that loaded glove with a big punch. The claw. Is Dan Joseph, even though weeks have passed, in your estimation, Blake, is there any chance that the challenger's a complete 100% for this matchup?
6 weeks is a short amount of time between such big matchups, particularly after getting hit by that loaded glove. We saw Dan was knocked out. He wasn't just hurt, he was out. We've got to assume that he's still a little bit concussed from that, despite it being about 5 weeks ago.
Champ looking to put him away here after pulling the rug out from the challenger. Your thoughts on that? Dan Joseph came out all guns blazing, but now some of the starch has been taken out of him here, Alyssa.
Well, Blake was even touching on the fact you can't get too emotional. I think there's something to be said for being focused, being driven, being passionate to reclaim that championship. But Dan Joseph can't let his emotions get the best of him in this match.
Big shots here. I would think that emotion in excess, Blake, can really be exhausting and can really blow up a competitor that much earlier than they might, even just from the punishment they're taking. Look out, the timeless one looking, but look, it catches him. Nice backbreaker there by the challenger.
Oh, but now Levi in precarious position, taking the big shoulders from Dan Joseph in the corner.
But your thoughts, emotion, Blake, is it help or hindrance or both?
It can do a combination of the two. It depends how much you let it affect you and how severe it is. As we saw with Dan Joseph, he was really angry, and it ended up allowing him to get distracted and has now put him in the deep end.
Nice counter boot, flying clothesline, one of his signatures, one of his favorites. And look at the champion gets back up only to get knocked down yet again. The champ in trouble. Everything that he's got.
Dan Joseph just had Levi Shapiro on the run, trying to become a 2-time United Television champion.
I think he was looking for that long way down. A move that should have won him the match last time. Dropping levels here. Boy, we've got a real
cradle.
Looks like a rugby scrum here. Comes up with somewhat of a swinging fisherman suplex. Both guys exhausted. Oh, come on! Come on! Foot on the rope. Courtesy of Howdy Price. Get his grubby hands out of there.
Howdy Price at one point to you as an official just decide it's been too much. He's got to get out of here.
Come on, Levi.
Pays off, uses those grubby hands to pay off Jack Cartwright. Now uses them to put the boot of his so-called champion on the rope and preserve his chances in this championship main event.
We can see the frustration again on Dan Joseph's face. What has he got to hit him with to get this pinfall? He almost had it with that slam until Howdy Price got himself in the matchup.
Oh boy, both I think going for the same thing there. And imagine the collision, what that'll do to your ribs, but momentum. I think Dan Joseph just had a little more speed going into it, got the better of it.
Both these guys were already gasping for air, and they're digging deep and running on fumes. And I think that might have taken some of the last of each of their gas tanks out.
And now look at this, Howdy Price again, Alyssa, reaching. What are they going to do?
Well, I don't know what Dan Joseph has planned. He's got finding his way up Levi Shapiro. Levi Shapiro looking for a little bit of comfort, and Howdy Price, maybe some strategy or something to load that glove.
Big shot there, the double knees, but as fate would have it, unable to capitalize is the challenger because it propelled it propelled Levi Shapiro, the champion, right out to the outside. And again, as you've documented, guys, Dan Joseph can't win the title out there.
I'd like to see Dan, when he's inside the ring, staying attached to Levi a little bit better. He damages him, he damages him, he damages him, and he gives him just enough space to get away or for Howdy to come in. If Dan can keep him in the middle of the ring and continue to chain wrestle him inside the middle of the ring, he might be able to walk away with the win.
Dan Joseph letting his emotions get the better of him, turned his back momentarily there on the champion, focused on Howdy Price. Outside, inside, looking for the German suplex. Putting on the break. Look at Howdy's holding on to him. Howdy's holding on to him. He's keeping the grasp, and now, oh no! Come on!
Oh no!
Here is your winner and still United Television Champion, Levi Shapiro.
Unbelievable.
This instant replay is brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Don't forget, watch WWE Survivor Series with us tomorrow night. It's free to watch. That's Dave & Buster's Wolf Chase.
Over the ring the ropes as he tried to keep Levi Shapiro in place against Dan Joseph, securing pinfall.
Oh man, Heartbreak City for the former champion, who got absolutely robbed last time, and again. Dan Joseph, where does he go from here? The embattled former champion with another heartbreak.
Welcome back to the studio. 2-on-1 is hard to beat. I don't care who you are.
I'm shocked. Dan Joseph, once again, and I might get fined for saying this, but he was absolutely cheated out of the title. Levi Shapiro retains thanks to Howdy Price and his outside interference.